Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today it is my October fabric haul and sewing plans, and I am trying to not be overly ambitious for this month because I have a conference to go to for the first couple of days. I am teaching in Essex at Beautiful Things HQ for the first weekend, and then the final weekend is the October KB sewing retreat at Lyle Coombe. So I have a lot of things to get done this month, but there is a period of time in between times that I'm hoping that I am going to catch up and get myself sorted and up to date with all of the sew-alongs that I have promised and all of the bags that I need to make. Wish me luck. I have 2 penny ins and a giant NCW to make for Susie. I have the giant NCW is already cut out, so it just needs to be made up. The 2 penny ins, Susie has left it up to me to pick the fabrics. So I think I kind of know what I want to do for both of them, and I really enjoy making penny ins. They are very involved, which is why they're more expensive than the NCWs, but they are absolutely awesome. I still need to make one for myself. I haven't yet. The first one I made, Big Bird has, and then the next one that I've made, Susie has. So yes, I have those to do. And then I also have the bag that I need to prep for the October retreat. And I'm announcing it here. The bag that we will be sewing at the October retreat is the Swoon Carter messenger bag. I am really excited about this. I've had this bag pattern for the longest time and I've not made it up as yet. I am going to be doing that over the next couple of days, at least getting the cutting guide done for you guys, so you can watch that video ahead of time and prep to arrive at the retreat with all of your fabrics cut out and ready to sew, because that was the thing that took the longest time and also the most space at the May retreat. So I have learnt from that. I now recommend that you do a little bit of homework and that you get everything cut out so that you can come prepared with everything ready to sew when you get there. And the sew along the video will be up for the general public after the retreat, but for the retreat peeps, the first video will be coming to you in the next couple of days. Before I forget, what I am wearing is the Vogue 9077 shirt dress. I have made a lot of changes to this dress. I had threatened to do a sew along for it, and I still will if you guys are interested, but I didn't like the way that the collar went on, so I've nicked the collar from the McCall 6696. I've added in a yoke to this one because I prefer how yokes look. This was a wearable muslin. I haven't actually worn it out since I've made it because I think there are a few more tweaks that I want to make for it to be seen in public, but this part of it I absolutely love, and I love this detail here. I think that's gorgeous. So yes, I will be doing a sew along for this at some point. Not sure when though. Let's get into the actual plans. So the first thing that I'm going to be sewing is the McCall's 7974. And when this came out, it went straight to the top of my I want to sew list. I put it up on Patreon for the peeps to vote on, and I gave them the choice of voting for the skirt length, the sleeve length, and the collar or no collar. And then once they had picked what style I was going to be making, which is sleeveless and collarless with the midi skirt, I then put up fabrics for them to pick from. And the lovely peeps picked this beautiful Lisa Comfort cotton lawn. It's the Mint All the Roses print. I am going to be making this dress from this print this month. Now I'm aware it's October, and I'm aware it's going to be getting colder, and I'm aware that this is a very summery dress, but I am hopefully still going to Australia at the beginning of next year. I have to wait to hear back from my surgeon as to the appointments for my jaw and when that's all going to be going on, and I can't book anything until I have that information, but that's all starting on the 15th of October. My first appointment is my first appointment of the second round of appointments is the 15th of October. So I see my surgeon in November, so I should be able to know what's going on and make decisions going forward from there. But so I am going to be making this dress in this fabric, and I'm really excited about it. I also have some viscose maricane that I got, I don't know if I'm saying that right by the way, that I got from the fabric room, and I kind of fancy making the longer sleeved version and the longer skirted version out of that viscose maricane. I had initially bought the viscose maricane to make this dress out of, but I kind of also really fancy doing this one after I've seen the Cult Gaia dress, which I will put a picture up of here. The viscose marroquin that I have is that same colour, and I think it would look really, really cool. Somebody I saw recently had made this dress up on Instagram, and they said that the sleeves on view B are kind of 3/4 length sleeves, so I probably would lengthen mine so that they were wrist length sleeves, and I'm very glad that that person had made that note for me so that I don't have to kind of measure it all and try and work out what they are. So yeah, I am really excited about this one. I absolutely love it. I mean, you all know I like a button-up dress. When does a button-up dress become a shirt dress? Is it when it has a collar on it? Because this technically has collar option. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, because to me it is kind of shirt dress-ish. So yeah, I just love this fabric as well. This fabric was the So Hailey Jane luxury mystery box that Hailey really kindly sent me to unbox and review. Probably about this time last year. I remember I just got back from one holiday and I had a tan, so I've had this fabric for a year now, so it definitely deserves to be made up into a dress, and it's beautiful and I love it, and yeah, it's going to look really cool. So that's number one. Number two, we have the Vogue 9357. I think everything I have here is sew-alongs that have been voted for by the Patreon peeps, so it is sew-along catch-up month. This Vogue dress I absolutely love, and it actually tied with this butterick dress, which I have plans for and I'll show you in a second. But this Vogue dress, I really love it. I'm going to be making a variant on version A, I think, but with the longer skirt, and I was struggling to try and decide what fabric I was going to use to make this, and I bought some stripy stuff that I saw from Minerva Crafts, and then I went through my stash to clean my stash out to try and get out all of the stuff that was designated to be tops, and I came across this fabric, which I got from fabric.com quite a while ago. Now I think I have a fairly decent amount of both of these. It's from Timeless Treasures. It's very Dolce & Gabbana, very Dolce & Gabbana, although I don't think Dolce & Gabbana make their dresses out of quilting cottons, but I'm going to, so yes. But it is obviously a coordinating set, and I bought quite a lot of both of these because I wanted to play around with the stripes. I was thinking maybe like the striped bodice like that, and then this as the yoke, and then this as like the main body of the dress. That's what I was thinking in my head. And then the Patreon peeps voted for this Vogue pattern, and there's so many opportunities to play around with the stripes for this one. So I'm thinking that I'm going to use the large lemons for the top of the body, and then I'm going to use these bits to chevron the bodice, because I think that's going to work. And I think it's because I could chevron with this bit, but it's quite wide, and then use so I'm gonna have a play around basically with the stripes on this one, and then the back of the bodice, the main part of the skirt is going to be this, and then I'm going to obviously play around with chevroning these for perhaps the patch pockets on the front, see how that looks. I'm going to have a play, and it's going to be really interesting, and it will make for an interesting sew along, because whilst the, you know, the kind of like this is how this goes together part of sew alongs is very cool and I enjoy doing that, it will be really fun working out with these types of fabrics how I want to put them together for the best effect. So I am very much looking forward to making this one. And I think because whilst this is a fairly bright summery print, because it's on a black background, I'm totally going to be able to wear this in winter and autumn and winter, and I will wear this in autumn and winter because I wear cotton dresses with thermals and tights underneath them all the time. That's just me. So yes, I'm very excited about this one, and I'm really glad that I decided to clean out my closet, or clean out my wardrobe, fabric wardrobe, for top fabrics, because I rediscovered this. I knew I had it in there, but it wasn't something that immediately sprung to mind when I was looking for fabric for that Vogue pattern, and then I saw it and I was just like, that's perfect. So there were two patterns that tied that month, and the other one, it was maxi dress month I think, and the other one was the Butterick 4919, and I believe the lovely Michelle sent me this pattern, and she actually sent me both size bundles, which was lovely of her. I'm really intrigued by this one. I liked how it goes together. I really like the ones that I have seen that people have made up online so far. I want to make it out of this kind of Georgette that I got from, I think it's Georgette, it could be chiffon. It's a bit weighty to be chiffon I think, but I got it from Minerva Crafts, and I've got 10 meters of it, which is good because it is very see-through indeed. I hope that actually yeah, you can see it's very, very see-through. So my plan is that I'm going to cut 2 layers of the skirt, 2 identical layers of the skirt, and layer them over each other, and hopefully that will make it much less opaque so that I don't need to worry about lining it, because we had a debate on one of the waffles about how half linings looked under sheer dresses, and some of you loved it and some of you hated it, and again, there are no right or wrong, so whatever you do, whichever you preferred, that's totally fine. I kind of, half linings are okay under certain dresses, they look amazing, and under other ones I don't like them so much, and I think it's about the volume of the skirt. If the skirt is fairly voluminous, I don't mind the half lining because it doesn't immediately scream in your face that there's only half a lining under that. But with when they're kind of column dresses and there's half a lining and then sheer over the top, it just looks like you run out of fabric, in my opinion. And you know, again, I'm entitled to my opinion, you're entitled to yours, so yes, whichever you prefer, totally fine. I am going to be doing a sew along for this one, and I need a floor length gown because there is the gala dinner at the sewing retreat at the end of October, and I am hoping to have this dress ready for that because I would like to wear a new dress this time. The one I wore to the last one, I didn't have time to make myself a new dress, so I wore something that I had made many, many, many years ago, and whilst I love it, it would be nice to make something new, especially as the whole point of doing a gala dinner was for the excuse for seamstresses to make fancy dresses, because we don't get enough opportunities to go out and wear the fancy dresses, so that was why I put a gala dinner in, so that we could. Anyway, the next pattern I have is the 7810. Again, this is a Patreon Peeps voted for pattern. I'm going to be doing a sew along for this one. I like all the variants of this, so I want to make every single one of them. I haven't got a specific fabric picked out as yet, because I want to make a wearable muslin of this to make sure that I like it. Once I've done that, I then, as you know, have bags and bags and bags of fabric downstairs that are all designated to be tops, and if I like it, then one of those is going to, or you know, 4 of those are going to end up being this top. But I am excited to get this done because I need more tops in my wardrobe. Next we have McCall's 7634, again a Patreon voted for pattern. I will be making A and F. Now I actually already have filmed the tracing of the pattern, the altering of the pattern. I've made this up and I didn't like the way that the trousers went together. I needed to make some more changes to the trousers. So I am going to fish the pattern back out, show you how it looks at this present moment in time, and then how I'm going to alter it to make the trousers better for me. I have 2 amazing fabrics from Mieke? Alex, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. It's a Polish company. They do the most amazing French terries. I have a present from Alex, a black with flowers on it, and I also have one that I bought myself with leaves all over it, and I want to make myself a couple of smarter loungewear sets. I wear this sort of stuff a lot when it gets colder, and I would like to have some smart ones. I have a dark grey velvet one that I wear all the time at the moment, and I need to have something for when that's in the wash. So this is going to be coming out soon, very, very soon, because it's becoming that time of year where we need it. We definitely need it. And then I have one more fabric sat next to me, because as if that wasn't all enough, I have had this dress. I saw this fabric when I was again sorting out my fabric stash. I saw this fabric and immediately thought, oh, I really want to make this dress out of this fabric. It is this beautiful, it is a viscose, but it feels, it's kind of got a crepey texture, so I think that's what Marrakein is. I think it's a viscose Marrakein. It was from the textile centre. It was one of their ones that was something that one of the high street stores had used, and they had 2 cuts of this left. I got 3.5 meters, and it has silver metallic in it. Finding gold metallic's really easy. Finding silver metallic I find a little bit more difficult, and I much prefer silver, although I do wear gold every now and again. So this fabric is destined to be the McCall's 7537 dress. I have made a pink version. If you've seen my lookbook for the last couple of months, you will have seen the pink version. I also did a sew along for that one. I love, 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 love that bodice. Love it. Love it so much. I think I'm going to put on a circle skirt with this one. I think it probably end up being a 3/4 circle skirt because I've only got 3.5 meters of this fabric and I'd like the skirt to be fairly long again. Dark florals are really on trend for this autumn and winter, and this is the definition of dark florals to me. So yeah, I am going to try, maybe not succeed, but I'm going to try and get that dress made up this month as well, because I think it's going to look beautiful and I really would like to wear it. I have so many plans for all of the fabrics that I have, and all of the fabrics that I buy, I tend to have plans in my mind for them when I buy them. So these videos can get really long and superly overly ambitious. I mean, this is overly ambitious given how much other things that I have to do this month, but I like to try and challenge myself. I like to get the fabrics out that I want to work with. I like to have them in my periphery vision all the time rather than in my stash, because as we saw with the lemon ones, they're in there somewhere, but they kind of fall into not being remembered quite so well. So whilst that is overly ambitious and I probably won't get all of those things done, I definitely want to try and get all of those things done. So which one are you looking forward to seeing the most? They are all sew-alongs. Every single one of them is going to be a sew along, so that also adds a little bit of time pressure onto it, because it takes slightly longer to film a sew along than it does to film to just make a normal dress. But that's fine, and I love doing it. I'm not complaining whatsoever. But yeah, which one are you looking forward to seeing the most? I kind of think the gown is going to be awesome, but I'm really looking forward to working with the lemons, and it's going to be nice to have the comfy sets, and then the bag is, yeah, so I want to make all of them. Obviously, that's why I've shown you them all. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!